Hey there, today we're diving into one of the most epic stories from the Bible, a tale of courage, faith, and divine intervention. That's right, we're talking about Moses, the man who defied a Pharaoh. So, who was Moses? Well, Moses was born into a time when the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt. The Pharaoh had ordered all newborn Hebrew boys to be killed, but Moses' mother, in an act of sheer bravery, set him adrift in a basket on the Nile River. Miraculously, Pharaoh's daughter found him and raised him as her own. Fast forward a few years, Moses discovers his true heritage. One day he sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave, and in a fit of righteous anger, he kills the Egyptian. Fearing for his life, Moses flees to the desert where he becomes a shepherd. But God had bigger plans for him. One day, while tending his flock, Moses encounters a burning bush that isn't consumed by the fire. From the flames, God speaks to Moses, commanding him to return to Egypt and demand that Pharaoh let the Israelites go. Now imagine that, Moses, a fugitive with a speech impediment, standing before the most powerful man in the world, demanding freedom for his people. But with God's promise and his brother Aaron by his side, Moses confronts Pharaoh. Pharaoh, of course, refuses. So God unleashes a series of 10 devastating plagues on Egypt. Water turns to blood, frogs overrun the land, darkness covers Egypt for 3 days, and the firstborn of every Egyptian family is struck down. Finally, Pharaoh relents and lets the Israelites go. But the story doesn't end there. As the Israelites flee, Pharaoh changes his mind and sends his army after them. They find themselves trapped between the Red Sea and the oncoming Egyptian forces. In a moment of divine intervention, Moses raises his staff, and God parts the Red Sea, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry land. When the Egyptians follow, the waters return, drowning the entire army. Moses' journey didn't stop after escaping Egypt. He led the Israelites through the desert for 40 years, received the 10 Commandments from God on Mount Sinai, and guided his people to the edge of the Promised Land. Moses' story is a testament to faith, leadership, and the power of divine purpose. It reminds us that no matter our past or present circumstances, we can rise above and fulfill our destiny with God's guidance. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through one of the Bible's most inspiring stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more biblical tales and insights. Until next time, keep the faith.